Hi, welcome to session 0 of Plot a Course to Novel Success. I'd actually started this kind of tutorial a few years back, and I didn't really like the way that it turned out. It wasn't very personal. It almost felt like you were going to a lecture. And so I decided to scratch it all and start over and add a little bit more personality to it. So, some things that we're going to cover in session 0 is basically a rundown to everything that I'm planning to cover basically in this course. So, I call it a course, but really it's just, I've been writing and publishing since 2016. And so I guess I feel like I want to pass on what I've learned. When it comes to writing, there's no right or wrong way to do it. A lot of people will maybe tell you, do it this way, or you're not serious about it, or you have to do XYZ to get to the end. What it all boils down to is what works for you. And I guess this is just sharing some of the things that I have learned and things that may help you. You can take what you like, discard what doesn't work for you. So it's just kind of sharing, I guess, my tricks of the trade, if you will. So some of the things that we're going to cover for sure are going to be, basically, we're going to go from the very beginning to the end and cover some things that don't always get covered in a lot of other writing courses. We're going to start with developing and refining a concept. So you have an idea for a story. How do you grow that idea into an actual novel? We're going to talk about, word counts, how those work, and how to select, maybe a target goal based on your particular genre that you're wanting to write in. We're going to talk about establishing a writing schedule to get you from point A to point B, setting a timeline, and writing for your particular audience. So you have to identify your audience, who you're writing to. We're going to talk about preliminary research, making sure that you're gathering all the information that you need prior to starting, brainstorming and world building. We're going to talk about setting, how to, this is Freya, by the way. This is what you get whenever you have a live video with animals in the house. We're going to talk about setting. We're going to talk about characters, not just physical appearances. We're going to talk about personality backgrounds, motivations, and flaws, story arcs and plotting. We're going to use the 3-act escalating conflict with the inciting incident, try-fail cycles, and climax and resolution, and all of that. We're going to talk and discuss plot your story outline. So how to outline individual character arcs and overall story arcs. And then, of course, the writing schedule and setting a writing schedule, overcoming writer's block. And then once you have everything written, what's the next step? Then you're going to do rounds of editing, the differences between structural copy and proofreading, the importance of beta readers or ARC readers, literary agents, queries, and pitches. Then we'll cover independent publishing, different formats, how to format your book, how to upload it, how to get it out there. Then we're going to talk about book launch and marketing, conventions and booth design, advertising, business organization. I think sometimes this is overlooked, especially in the small business arena. If you're an independent author, you're definitely a small business, and making sure that you have the correct business organization set up to help protect your intellectual property, I think is very important. I work in the realm of business, especially finance, and so I know a little bit about that. It's finance, but I work in the realm of law and regulation, so I can put some of my professional expertise there. You also have managing inventory and your expenses. And then, of course, you have profit and loss and taxes, which is not something that a lot of people want to talk about, but it's very important as an author and a small business owner. So these are the things that we're going to cover. I'm going to try and do it weekly, every Thursday. That's, as long as my schedule permits me to do so. So I'm looking forward to going over all of these things with you. Spread the word, subscribe, watch, comment. The more people that we get to comment, the more in-depth and interactive these topics can be. You can jump on over to TikTok. I'm going to try to do some kind of micro topics over there and maybe generate some conversation. It'd be nice to hear how other people, how other authors do this, what methods they use, whether they outline or they're pantsers, or maybe they have another trick of the trade that they want to share, and that would be great. I'd be helpful, grateful for any input at all. And the more experience, the merrier, because what works for me might not necessarily work for you, but what somebody else does might work for you. So stay tuned next week.